All right, and we're live. Hi, everybody. I am Krista Inochovsky, and I'm so excited to be here, sharing with you someone who I met not too long ago and instantly felt a kindred connection and knew that you had so much to share and so much that I could learn from. And I think we just instantly enjoyed each other's energy, and we've been connecting ever since. So I'm excited to introduce my audience to you, Dr. Louise Swartswalter. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. So welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. I love being with you. I just love being in your energy. So thank you, Krista. This is awesome.
We're like old soul sisters or something. It's just this lovely, lovely connection between us. And the work that you do, Louise, it's my underlying passion and what I just kind of under the surface am sharing. And you do what you share it in a very big way. You have been your neuroscience, brain math, brain science. Tell me how the brain.
Yeah, you know, my title is like beautiful brain expert because I help your brain become more beautiful and your whole body, mind, spirit become more beautiful. So I really love to work with the brain, but I connected it to the soul.
It is so connected to the soul. And what I love about your work, what we're going to get to dive into today, and I'm excited for all of you who are tuning in, is there's kind of the woo-woo side of things, right? Oh, we're calling it abundance. We talk about the energy and the vibration. And you also connect it to the brain, to the science.
Yes.
So it's not just a wishful thinking. It's the connection that we know that when we show up in certain ways and put our attention, that we can talk about this. Does the brain follow the energy? Does the energy follow the brain? Or is it this kind of seamless dance that's igniting everything together to call us forward?
Yeah, you know what I believe? I believe we're physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic people. And everything starts in the field. So it starts in the energy field. And then it sort of moves in and affects the physical body. So I'll even show people that their pain in their shoulder started out here, started in the field. And so I do a multidimensional sort of program and have a system I call the brain system that works on all those different levels. And what happens is because you're working multidimensionally with B is body for brain, R is releasing. I like to release mental chatter, emotional baggage, ancestral trauma that got stuck in the spaces of the brain. And then people can feel lighter and be what I call 100% their soul's truth. So we release all that old stuff. Then A is align with spirit. I is integrate your brain frequencies to your soul's true purpose. And N is putting in the new program. And the new program, one of the ways that I do it is using these codes for success. And the codes are energy work. They're in the field. They're actually numbers that reboot and rewire your brain or your biocomputer for that abundance, for the success that you desire. So it's a rewiring that happens. And I love when we do all those steps together because people change like so fast. Like we do before and after pictures, Krista, because it's just fast. And it's fun to see the lightness that comes in and the stress that melts away because we're clearing the energetic field.
Yeah. There's so much to all that you did. So I want to kind of just back up and unpack a few things at a time. Let's just start generally with the word abundance. People say, I want more abundance. And I like to make sure people are clear that abundance is not the result of, I have a lot right now, I'm abundant, and then I lost it all and now I'm not abundant. It shouldn't be tied to what you have or what you don't have, but abundance is the energy and a way of being, and essentially a belief system.
Yes.
What's your view on that word abundance?
Yeah. So to me, abundance is abundance in health. It's abundance in wealth. It's abundance with relationships. It's feeling, like you said, abundant from within.
Yeah. And I also look at that as we can't be incredibly abundant in one area and then hold in restriction in another and expect everything to still work. I believe that we have to look to the areas where we're feeling the constraint or the restriction. It will just be a lack of abundance. Perhaps it's just in wealth, or it's in the relationship area of your life. And when we're holding on and not allowing for full abundance in that one area, that it flows into everything else. We're not so compartmentalized that we can thrive in one area and be stuck in the other, that when we unlock that one that's giving us trouble right now, that it can really overflow and unlock other areas. Do you find that in the work that you do?
Absolutely. That's why I combined all those steps together, because when your physical body feels good, your mental, emotional, your spiritual, you're spiritually aligned, all the areas of your life will be more abundant. So I find that when we actually get back to what I kind of call 100% our soul truth, and we clear all the old energies, all those old patterns, and they are belief patterns. There's beliefs that came even from our ancestors.
Absolutely. I'm a big advocate of releasing, like really even as a daily practice of doing, there's certain work that we do and work that I've done with you where something big really comes up. You're like, wow, I've been holding on to this that I didn't realize. And you are really beautifully able to help people unpack things that they were unaware of. So there's those big moments of a recognition and a release. And then I even leave space each day for the small things of just like, whatever I'm not seeing, I let go of. Even if I'm not aware of it, let me be free of those things. So I know that you teach a daily practice that people then use after doing the main work with you. Can you give me a little bit of, share some insights on what that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 brain hacks that I want to share coming up here in a masterclass. But the brain hacks, the first one is called Mind Gems. And Mind Gems is 12 little exercises that balance your brain and your energy field. So, for example, one of them is just putting your hand on top of your head and holding it there for 12 seconds. And then we switch. And what that does is bring you into present time. So it allows you sort of just to chill, breathe, be here and now. And when we're racing and we're doing so many things, right, that just feels really good. So there are 12 little exercises, and what they're doing, the unique thing that they're doing that is different than probably other sort of brain hacks that you've seen, is they're working on the rings around the brain. So here's the science part, the background of it. You have like rings around your brain. Think of an atom. So the nucleus of the atom in those rings. When those capacitor rings are off balance, you'll feel off balance. So Mind Gems is a way to put them back in balance. And they take 4 minutes to do. That's what I love. Especially if you're not someone who meditates, you can use them as a meditation. So like right hand over left shoulder, left over right, you hold that for 12 seconds. This balances the polarity. So think of it balancing right and left, yin and yang, masculine, feminine. And then we switch. So then the other hand would go on top. And so we're balancing the polarity in your body. It's another good one I can share. Let's see. Let's do this one. We're going to cone our fingers. And we're going to put one hand on the right temple. So you're crossed over, right on the left temple, left on the right temple. And we hold this for 12 seconds. This clears negative emotions. So if you are beating yourself up or thinking of something here, allow yourself to feel it for a moment. And then when we switch, so your other hand's going to go on top. Now put in the positive. How do you want to feel? Positive, excited, abundant, free, whatever that is for you. So what we just did is we cleared the negative emotions and put in a positive set of emotions. So they're handheld positions on the body, but they're actually moving and changing and helping balance the energetic field of the brain, or these rings around your brain. People will say, I sleep better, I'm more focused, I have more clarity. Sometimes they'll say, hey, I lost my mind gem sheet. I found it. I did my mind gems and my headache went away today. Thank you. Right?
So I have two things to say just on that one small exercise. One is, I think it's really important to clear out before you add the new in. Otherwise, I call it, well, it's like putting icing on a pile of something that's not a cupcake. The sprinkles on something that's not good, right? That's the bad stuff is still there.
Yes.
I love practice of releasing. And with that exercise that you just showed us, it was so easy to do, Louise. Not only did we have the opportunity to let go, but then you implant with what you do desire, coming back to that 100%, right? We never want to be depleted or be less than 100% of our energy. And so I could feel that making room for what's to come, putting that in and coming back to whole.
Yes. Yes.
So I love that. And then with the mind gems, what I love so much about it is the physical component. Professional dancer, I do yoga. The body movement is really important to me. And so to just read a book and learn something, it's kind of like one-dimensional in my world. But when I add a physical component of the movement, and I've done all of your gems with you, to me, that expression helps it really solidify. It's not just thinking about it, but I can feel in the different motions and movements. And so I really love that, putting the pieces together. It makes it more multidimensional and a richer experience.
Yes, thank you. I love them too. I have all of my clients doing those morning and night. They will help you sleep better at night. You know, they'll help you be more focused and clear in the morning. So especially if you're not a meditator, the other really, wonderful thing about mind gems is anyone can do them. So teach kids or your grandkids. Okay. My kids were teenagers when I learned this. Now they're in their 30s, but they did them all the way through college. And Andy would tell me, he would say, hey, Mom, I haven't been doing my mind gems. I only got a C on the test. Now I need to work really hard, put me in biofeedback, and I'm going to get back to doing my mind gems. So he could feel it in his body. So you can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that training yourself to be more in tune is a part of it, right?
Absolutely.
If this is something that's new to you, somebody who's watching, and you're like, well, I don't know about this whole energy thing or about calling in abundance, and I don't know what I feel. It's a practice. Following the mind gems, following the work that you do, it really helps people to find that internal listening, and then you get more fine-tuned to the energy, and then it just gets it expands from there.
It gets better. Yeah, it just keeps getting better. Absolutely. And then we have to clear limiting beliefs. So, we may have a limiting belief of, I don't deserve it. I'm not good enough. So it's also to be abundant in your life, in your business. It's about being open to receive. That may have been closed down somewhere. So I like to go and find out what that is. Like, where's the core issue of that? Did it start when you were age 6? Did it start in the womb? Is it a pattern of poverty from great-great-grandmother? Right? If you're trying to be wealthy or financially successful. So we have to clear at the brain soul level those blocks, those limiting beliefs that are holding you back from, your dream life, the success and abundance you want.
So I know there's so much here and we could go on, but one of the main things we want to do today is invite all of you who are watching or watching the replay to attend an incredible workshop that Louise is going to be hosting next week. So can you share with us what that is and what people can expect and why they've got to clear their calendar and make sure that they're completely present?
Yes, thank you, Krista. Absolutely. So we're going to go over the 3 brain hacks for abundance. So you're going to learn some really quick brain hacks that actually clear the energy and those limiting beliefs. We're going to go over some limiting beliefs and clear the energy right in the call. So people will leave feeling differently, with some tools. So you'll have these brain hacks that you can use so that you can stay more in balance and create what it is you want to create in your life. So I love, love, love sharing this, Krista. I can hardly wait. It's kind of like a party online. I love gathering people, but I also love transformation. So we even take before and after pictures because people will look different. When we release those limiting beliefs and those old stressors, it's like you've got a facelift. It's like you had a facelift, really. So, hey, think of it as that too. I'm giving you an energetic facelift.
Brings out that glow.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll keep going, but I just want those who are listening, when I'm done, I will head back to where these are posted in LinkedIn and Facebook and drop this link in the comments so that you can easily grab it. It's a little hard to, type what's on the banner there, but I do have a link that's available to you, so that I would love everyone to make sure you sign up and attend this, because it's truly, it's amazing what can happen in a short period of time. And it's also amazing what is possible when you open yourself up to something new. So if you're in a place where you're wanting that next thing, you know that your next level is available to you, whether it's through your business, through financially, through how you're showing up for your family. Maybe it's just a personal development journey where you're like, I'm ready to just be me. Gosh darn it. I'm ready to just fully be me. Forget what the rest of the day. Which I think comes nicely with age. I've found over the years that the more mature we get, the more we care less about what other people think and are more confident in the who we desire to be. Anyone who's watching is experiencing those things, and you're getting that call forward. This gift that Louise is giving of her workshop is such a beautiful place to ignite that and give you an awareness of whether it's things probably you've never heard or seen before. If nothing else, you're like, oh, well, I love this. Of course I'm going to come. So I definitely think you will uncover, with 30 years of this practice, Louise, you've created and customized and drawn in from so much unique experience to create something that is uniquely yours.
Yes. I love it, Krista. I love watching the transformation for people and sharing this so that you have some tools, because we all need tools today, and the faster we can do it, the better, right? So if we have fast tools for you to create that abundance that you want, and it's holding intention too. For someone, it might be money. Somebody else might be relationships. Somebody else, it might be health. Yeah. I get a lot of entrepreneurs who have reached a ceiling, like they're stuck. Like they're still playing, they're still stuck right here, and maybe they want more, make a bigger impact or make more money. And it's an inner work journey. I found it's not all the business classes. Not that we don't need those, little, that learning that takes place, but it truly is an inner journey. So when you are aligned and you're 100% your soul's truth, you're your authentic self, is when it will be more flow in your life, and it'll be easier to create and magnetize to you that abundance. That's what we want to do for you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That in and of itself is a big mindset shift for a lot of people. They believe that the only way to work harder or to get more is to work harder and to get more in the grind, and then it becomes this contraction and this stickiness and the grind, which is a completely opposite energy of what we actually want to be, which is flow and light and attraction, alignment with self. And so if that sounds like you out there and you're wanting to know, well, how do I switch over to flow and alignment and ease, elevating past that ceiling that you maybe have been, then come and participate with Louise. She will guide you through what that looks like and feels like. And then I have one last thing, and then I'll throw it over to you to add whatever you want. Michael and I talk about this a lot, that there's a big difference between knowing and doing. And you can know about anything from eating right to exercising to abundance, but knowing it and doing it are different. That's the importance of having a daily practice and being engaged with someone that's guiding the way, because it's very easy to let that practice fall off.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm not doing all the things that I know I could do. And we get back into the busy or back into the default of whatever is like our way of being from before. And the beauty of using the mind gyms, having a daily practice, having a guide really, really means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I mean, it's human nature for us to kind of slip back into patterns. In fact, the brain wants to feel safe. So it'll go back to feeling comfortable. So this is comfortable for you. And then we have to clear the limiting belief of that self-sabotage in the way of you being consistent with your daily practice, right? So where did that start? Again, that's what I like to look at as those core issues and clear that. That's what I want to do in this masterclass. Yeah, I'm super, super excited to,
Great.
yeah.
So as I mentioned, I will put this link in. This will get everyone into the masterclass. But also, Louise, your website is just simply, is it drlouiseswartswalter.com?
It's actually brainsoulsuccess.com.
Okay,
Yep. So we just moved to brainsoulsuccess.com. If you went to louiseswartswalter.com, I think it would flip over there anyway. You know, so either one will work, but brainsoulsuccess.com, you got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you can check out more of our programs and things there too. And we also have a retreat coming up in the fall. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I do a lot of things, you know, a lot of different classes, and I love groups as well as individuals. I love both. You know, I love both. Oh, Ingrid says, how do you clear self-sabotage? Let's look at where it started. So where did the self-sabotage patterns start? Did they start when you were a child? Yes. I'm a medical intuitive. I muscle test things. I can go in the field and figure things out with a name or with an energy blueprint of somebody, you know, so I can look at their face. I can listen to their voice. And so thank you for posting that, Ingrid. So let's do this for you right now. So is this something when you were a child? Yes. Was it age 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15? I get 10 through 15. 10, 11. Were you age 11? Yes. So there was something at age 11 with probably mom. You probably took her energy on at age 11. It's the power of the spoken word, of the truth will set you free. So we name the truth of that time period. And this is energy. This isn't necessarily your emotions or mom's emotions, but it's in the field, and it could be both. Okay. And often as kids, we take on our parents' stuff. Subconsciously, we want them to feel better. So we take on their patterns, and then they end up being these subconscious little blueprints in our brain. And so we have to clear those out. So I'm looking at word lists here and just testing. I got relentless, devastated. Here, 1, 2, 3. Insecurity, relentless, devastated, and insecurity. So then we say, hey, was that a liar, a thief, or a fraud? It was a thief. So it stole something from you. Now we're going to name the reclaiming words. What do we want to reclaim for Ingrid here? Hope. So it stole your hope, your balance, your energy, your clarity, your vision of what you thought would be, your fulfillment, your success, your trust, and your security. So do we get that back? Yes. Is that going to help clear that self-sabotage pattern that started with your mom when you were 11? Yes. Can we actually put in the opposite now? So I like to release the old and then put in the new. So if I was going to ask Ingrid here, what's the positive thing that you would like to have? What's the opposite of self-sabotage for you? And we can integrate that in
the chat. I might be able to find it, Ingrid, if you wanted.
I'm just going to, yeah. So it's in the field. So I'm just listening to the energy field here for you or for anybody else listening here, right? So the opposite of self-sabotage would be motivation to take an action step. Just what Krista was talking about, right? We can have knowledge, but we got to do the action, right? So being able to easily take a forward movement action step, right? And if we took a forward movement action step, I'll ask you, Krista, how would you feel if you take that step? Give me a feeling word.
Empowered.
Empowered. Awesome. So we would feel empowered. So we hold that intention. Okay. And if you were physically with me or even in the field here, I would muscle test you saying that. And if you don't know what muscle testing is, it's a way to test the nervous system using a muscle. And a lot of chiropractors do this, practitioners do this. I do it with my finger. So when you see me saying yes, no, that's not a nervous twitch. It's really just me muscle testing in the field really quickly. So we'll muscle test releasing that self-sabotage and allowing. And I always like to make sure we rewire after we take out stuff. So in other words, we release that pattern from age 11, and maybe some of you are resonating with that. Now we want to put in the new program of you feeling empowered and being motivated to take an action step towards your intentions, your goals. And then I integrate it. And this is the part that looks a little different. It's actually codes in the energy field. And they rewire your energetic body as well as your brain. So they're shifting the energy. And what I can tell you is the whole body of this work goes 7 generations back and 7 forward. So I'm giving you like a tidbit of it, right? And yet it's still powerful, just a tiny little bit here. So I'm going to circle down your left leg and I'm going to say some codes. These release stress. 2-3 love, 5-3 forgiveness, 6-5 choice, 9-2 freedom, 4-2 greater love. And then these actually do clear self-sabotage patterns. So they're codes. And I'm going to take my right hand, and make a little wand with my fingers, like my thumb and fingers are together. Think of it as a little wand or a pointer. And I'm going to make a circle in front of my heart and say 4-2. I have positive self-worth. And then I come just a little farther down on my body. 2-2, I choose to succeed. And then a little farther down towards the middle. 4-4, I choose to live in joy. And then around your belly button. 6-2, I choose to live by the higher laws. And so those are called clearings, and they clear self-sabotage. You can tell that first one is 4-2. I have positive self-worth, right? So when you do those and you say that intention, I am motivated to take an action step to accomplish my intentions or goals. I feel empowered, right? And so we just integrated that in a sense. We put those codes in the field for a new program that will help you now resonate with that, but in a whole energetic way. Okay. So, and I hope you guys felt that, so we'd like to do that when I do that all together. And then I have you say those again. So maybe, Krista, you could say those out loud for us. So say, I am motivated.
I'm motivated
To take an action step.
Taking action steps.
To achieve my goals.
To achieve my goals.
Beautiful. And then now we're strong. Say, I feel empowered.
I feel empowered.
Yay. Very good. And then we're going to lock it in. And the way we lock it in is we clasp our hands together and put them above your head. And if I was with you, I would try to pull them down, and you would just stay strong. Okay. And then we can lock it in by doing the 2-2. So we're going to cone our fingers, make a circle in front of your heart and say 2-2.
2.
I choose to succeed.
Choose to succeed.
And then tap your belly button 8 times. And that's called a lock. It locks in those intentions. How do you feel, Krista?
I feel great.
You feel great? Did that do something for you?
Absolutely. And the work that I love is Ingrid opened the door with this, but everyone who's participating, who's in the field and engaged with this, we all are open to getting the same benefit. It's not a singular thing. I think there's a lot of power that happens when we do this in a group. Yes,
absolutely. I love doing groups because you can reach more people. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how it works. We really just did sort of a mini demo of, clearing the old and putting in the new.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much being here and taking the time out of your day, especially as you're preparing for your upcoming event, to share with my audience and whoever if you happen to stumble upon this and you're like, I don't even know who either of you are, but somehow I'm here, then it was definitely meant to be. And as I mentioned, I will drop the link to the 3 Brain Hacks for Abundance class that Louise is going to be hosting next week. And there's access for you to join. So I'll go put that in our social media links below where you're finding this.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Krista. You're so beautiful. Thank you for having me today. And I just love being with you. And again, love sharing. I love meeting people. I mean, I would do this all day if I didn't have to sleep.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you everyone who's tuned in and watched. If you're watching the replay or watching now, just leave a little note in the comments that you saw. So if you have questions for Louise, I can make sure that she gets that as well. And my good friend Maria is watching, and she's going to probably go back and watch the beginning later. But glad that you're here too, Maria.
Thank you, Maria. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Louise. You have
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and happy Mom's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'll see you next week, May 15th.
See you then.
Okay, bye.